One Zambia, One Nation, thank you so much for joining us on the news desk with me, Amos Zulu. Let us take a look at the top stories. Smart Zambia commissions government network connection at Kabwe Central Hospital. Police celebrate their day. Government commences procurement of 156 Toyota Land Cruisers for constituencies. And coming up ahead, Kavala Manja Kakaro commemorated. And now the news in detail. Smart Zambia Institute has commissioned government-wide area network connection at Kabwe Central Hospital as well as Kabwe Women, Newborn and Children's Hospital. The connection of the two health facilities is meant to promote better service delivery to members of the public seeking medical attention at the two institutions. More in this report.
The installation of government-wide area network at Kabwe Central Hospital and Kabwe Women, Newborn and Children's Hospital has excited management at the two health facilities. This is because digital services will translate into better record keeping and will also quicken the process of attending to clients.
Smart Zambia has made our life easier in that we don't have to lose our records because the file got lost. It's not possible. So everything is just online. It's paperless. It's really good.
Before Smart Care, we used to use papers with the files for patients. This was very difficult because sometimes the files would get lost, and sometimes the stationery itself, the plain papers, would cost the hospital a lot of money. But now the patient's information is now saved in the computers, and we're able to access it at any time.
And Smart Zambia Institute is impressed that since the installation of government-wide area network, Kabwe Women, Newborn and Children's Hospital is offering paperless services to clients.
There is actually a paperless process. It's the first paperless process to that level that I've seen in our government hospital. And for me, our biggest objective following what we have seen is probably to use this hospital as a model and replicate what we have seen in the other hospitals and the bigger hospitals.
Smart Zambia Institute wants to build on the current achievements by continuously improving public services through its digital platforms.
But we also have 3 other facilities that we are working towards ensuring that they're connected to the government-wide area network. Very soon, once all the equipment is actually in, we'll have Katondo Urban Clinic, Makululu Urban Clinic and Ngungu Mini Hospital connected to the government-wide area network.
Smart Zambia is rolling out government-wide area network in order to improve public service delivery. ZANIS reports in Kabwe.
To women issues now as the country joins the rest of the world in commemorating Women's Day this Wednesday. The women in Chinsali in Muchinga province have been called on to celebrate their day responsibly. Miriam Kumwenda reports that Chinsali Municipal Council Administrative Officer George Chakwama says women play an important role in shaping society, hence the need to be responsible as they celebrate their day.
International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural and political achievements of women. As the day draws closer, some men in Chinsali district have urged women to celebrate their day responsibly.
This is an important day that women should be recognized. They say that they are contributing positively to development.
We appreciate your efforts, your guidance and your prayers. Enjoy it responsibly, and we appreciate that you are not only our mothers but our wives as well.
Some women talked to, among them Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit Mchinga Regional Coordinator Ms. Sandra Kambuleki, ahead of this important day of the year, have called for oneness and support among the female worldwide if gender equality should be attained.
We have to celebrate the hard work that we put in as women. We have to celebrate ourselves. What is it that we have achieved as women? That's why for me this day is so significant.
Chinsali Municipal Council Town Clerk Sombo Kawilila says the theme for this year's Women's Day is a wake-up call to women to move with time.
We are the givers of life, and consequently it's actually quite magnanimous of government to set aside this day to recognize the woman that brings children to life, and even our leaders, ourselves, yourself. Everyone wouldn't be here without a woman. So it's only befitting that we have a day to commemorate or indeed celebrate the woman, who she is, what role she plays.
Marked annually on 8th March, the 2023 International Women's Day will be celebrated under the theme Digital Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality. Miriam Kwenda reporting for ZANIS in Chinsali, Mchinga Province.
Still on women issues, Nkwazi Women's Club has donated an assortment of items to female inmates at Kabwe Female Maximum Facility to celebrate the forthcoming International Women's Day. Central Province Commissioner of Police Mukuka Chileshe's wife Kalenga and Deputy Commissioner of Police Charity Munganga led women to the facility to make the donation. Take a look.
They took time off their busy schedules to visit the female inmates. These are the members of Nkwazi Women's Club in Kabwe, which comprises female police officers and wives of male police officers. Kalenga Chileshe says the club's visits to the facility will enhance collaborations aimed at assisting female inmates during their time in prison.
People will only be to consider the babies first. So every time we bring good donations, we should consider babies first, because like she says, they're facing a lot of challenges in bringing up the babies. So I'm appealing to all those that would want to donate things. At least they should be including baby staff.
And Central Province Deputy Commissioner of Police, Charity Munganga, says the police women and Nkwazi Women's Club in particular have dedicated this year's International Women's Day commemoration to assisting female inmates.
We came here on Monday, we made some donations, but what makes the Monday visit different is that it was a combination of departments under Home Affairs. So we donated some sugar and slippers to all the ladies. Today we have second-hand clothes, soap, lotion, some food stuff. Yeah, but what we have to know is all this is from donations made by women, that is female police officers and police officers' wives.
Meanwhile, Kabwe Maximum Female Facility Officer in Charge, Assistant Commissioner Alice Nkandu, says the donation will go a long way, especially to the circumstantial babies.
We say we are so humbled and thankful for choosing us as female facility to come and donate your items. These people that you are seeing are women with children inside. Some just delivered some 2 weeks ago, the other one 3 days ago. Where, as you have taken time off your busy schedule to come and visit us, I'm sure even them, we have seen the morale today. The morale is so high because we are really sure that you have remembered us.
And the inmates have thanked the Nkwazi Women's Club for the donation.
Bambita baisa pono kutumonako kuno kujere bati mwa abakoti nimwa ababulu beso mwafikiri chef bible ya land adnali mu chifungo mwalishire mukumpe mfula so mwe mwabombeni twatotela apo mwafunya lesabweke chef.
The donated items include sanitary towels, foodstuffs, second-hand clothes and napkins for 4 newborn babies in the facility. Catherine Kalumba reporting for ZANIS in Kabwe, Central Province.
Copperbelt Province Minister Elisha Matambo has urged the police in the province to maintain an open door and friendly environment at all police formations, which will increase unrestricted access to police services by the general public. Mr. Matambo says government wants to see a police service that maintains meaningful links with other stakeholders that aim at fostering effective crime management. The minister said this during the commemorations of the 2023 Police Open Day in Ndola. Here's a report.
Zambia Police Open Day, a day set for officers to appreciate, foster and renew their good working relationship, which they display to various stakeholders. Officers in Ndola district on the Copperbelt province commemorated their day through showcasing their day-to-day performed activities. Copperbelt Province Minister Elisha Matambo officiated at the event.
The Zambia Police Service should be easily accessible to the public while maintaining a community-friendly environment, especially at the inquiries office, which is the point of first contact with the police. We are all there to serve the public. The public should not fear to go to the police.
Mr. Matambo urged the officers to exercise discipline.
The Republican President, His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, is on record warning police officers to desist from vices such as corruption, abuse of authority, and non-observance of human rights and rule of law.
Copperbelt Province Police Commanding Officer has set up strategies to improve the police service in the province.
My command is on the path of further improving the image of the Zambia Police Service in the province through conducting of lectures and parades, no police formations. The integrity and ethics sections under the legal and professional standards. The department has continued developing and implementing strategies that are aimed at improving the Zambia Police Service image.
319 police officers have received medals of recognition in distinguished services such as meritorious service, bravery, and long service. Nelly Bota reporting for ZANIS in Ndola.
And Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security Jack Mwimbu says government has started the process of procuring 156 Toyota Land Cruisers, which will be distributed to all the constituencies. Speaking during the commemoration of Zambia Police Service Open Day in Lusaka, Mr. Mwimbu stated that this will help to address inadequate transport, which is one of the many challenges faced by the Zambia Police Service.
Zambia Police Service is mandated with the responsibility of maintaining peace, law and order in communities. Today, these men and women in uniform gathered here to commemorate the day which has been dedicated to them.
The row. So as you fall, you roll over, also you lift your hands to cushion the impact.
Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security Jack Mwimbu joined them in commemorating the day and urged them to be receptive and responsive to society needs.
That the Zambia Police Service became easily accessed by members of the public while maintaining a community-friendly environment. Inspector General, ladies and gentlemen, to enhance mutual dependence in the management of crime, the Zambia Police Service should endeavor to have an open door policy and a friendly environment at all police formations. Police officers must be receptive and responsive to society needs in order to build public trust and acceptance. Proudly announced that the tender for the acquisition of 156 motor vehicles for the Zambia Police is almost concluded. It is my hope that very soon the vehicles that will enable you police will be made available to you.
Mr. Mwimbu also directed the Inspector General of Police and his command to reintroduce the beat system of policing.
In this vein, I direct the Inspector General of Police and his command to also consider reintroducing and strengthening the beat system of policing. The Inspector General of Police I'm happy to know that you have announced that you have already started implementing the BIT system in order to reduce crime in the country. The BIT system will enhance police presence in our communities as individual officers will be assigned manageable policing areas. In addition, the BIT system will enable officers to conduct foot patrols effectively.
And the Inspector General of Police, Lemi Kajova, has instructed the police officers to combat criminal activities perpetrated by junkies in compounds.
Advantage of this gathering and appeal to all members of the public to cooperate and give support to Zambia Police Service by availing information on the junkies and other criminal trends that gradually strike in our respective communities. There is need for concerted efforts for all stakeholders, that is members of the public in various communities, the church, the civic leaders, amongst others. Parents and guardians are also advised to be vigilant and monitor the activities of their children at all times, because most of these unruly kids are coming from their homes. I wish to sound a timely warning to the junkies that your time and days are numbered. The best we can do is to quickly disband and avoid such criminal activities, failure to which police will now change approach to these criminal elements called the junkies. We are going to deal with you steadily, and we are going to deal with you steadily because you are causing a lot of havoc in our communities.
This year's Zambia Police Service Open Day was celebrated under the theme Police Service and Community in Partnership to Fight Crime. Miles Kavengo for ZANIS in Lusaka.
Still on Police Open Day, Western Province Minister Kapelwa Mbangweta is saddened with the increased criminal attacks in the region. The provincial minister has since encouraged the community to work in liaison with the police to get rid of the community of junkies. Mr. Mbangweta was speaking during the Police Day celebration held at Community Development Grounds in Mongu. And Mr. Mbangweta took time to warn the police officers to desist from engaging in corrupt practices, but work professionally. Earlier, Western Province Deputy Police Commissioner Godfrey Mwanza told the minister that police has intensified routine patrols in order to control the increased criminal activities in the province. During the celebration, about 18 long-serving police officers were awarded with medals. Zambia Police Service in Chirundu. Zambia Police Service Chirundu Station Officer in Charge Mox Mudimina says the emergence of criminal gangs known as junkies poses a huge threat to security in the once peaceful district. Mr. Mudimina says the emergence of criminal gangs known as junkies, who are mostly juveniles, are keeping the service on high alert in order to dismantle their criminal networks. He appealed to parents and guardians to take keen interest in who their children mingle with so that they prevent them from being in the company of bad friends. This year's Zambia Police Service Day is being held under the theme, The Police and the Community Together to Fight Crime.
The junks, as you have already mentioned, it's a nationwide problem So as the police, we are not sitting idle. That's why we are now even calling upon the community to come in and assist to fight this edge that has just become in our country. How are we going to fight the junks? Because the same junks have homes where they are coming from. And they have parents. So we are calling on the community so that we are able to identify where these children are coming from or where these kids are coming from. And then by working together, we might be able to bring them back and put in the society, find something for them. And as the police working with the other communities, they are doing it possible by having patrols and arresting all those who are found. That's what we are doing. Of course, most of them are juveniles that cannot be able to take a control. But as a station, we have things and ways where we cancel these calls and calls. But those who come across the road, there's a way, a professional way. So we are not sitting idle. We are putting upon the parents who have put their more activities that together we can find the how we look after our children. Especially that the government now has.
Meanwhile, a 30-year-old woman of Kapirimposhi district in Central Province is alleged to have been raped by two unknown criminals who also stole property worth 10,000 kwacha after breaking into her house. Confirming the incident, ZANIS Provincial Commissioner of Police David Chileshe said the criminals, who were armed with knives, took turns in raping the woman while threatening to stab her. Mr. Chileshe, who has withheld the name of the victim, said the incident happened between 01:20 and 02:30 hours on March 3, 2023 in East Park compound. He said the criminals went away with a cell phone, money amounting to 700 kwacha, money from her mobile phone amounting to about 1,000 kwacha, household property and groceries, or totaling to 10,040 kwacha. No arrests have since been made so far, but police have launched investigations into the matter. One of the stories making headlines in our news, Minister of Defense Ambrose Lufuma says the Kavalamanja Kakaro commemoration will always act as a reminder of the role Zambia played during the liberation struggle of Zimbabwe and other southern African states. Mr. Lufuma was speaking in Luangwa during the Kavalamanja Kakaro 45th Remembrance Commemoration. Jonathan Mkuka has more in this report.
It is 45 years ago when soldiers under the command of Ian Smith, leader of then Northern Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe, attacked Kakaro and Kavalamanja in Luangwa district during the liberation struggle for Zimbabwe in 1978. To date, some Zambians who survived the terrifying attack that left several others dead are still traumatized. Defense Minister Ambrose Lufuma led cabinet ministers from both Zambia and Zimbabwe in the Kakaro Kavalamanja Remembrance Commemoration. The event started with leaf-laying ceremony at Kakaro and later a candlelight service to remember all those who died during the attack, before the main event at Kavalamanja Memorial Site in the morning.
Kavalamanja Kakaro commemoration will always act as a reminder of the role played by our country in the liberation of not only Zimbabwe but other southern African states.
Our government, led by President Hakainde Hichilema, recognizes strong bilateral ties between Zambia and Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe was represented by Minister of Defense and War Veterans Affairs, Opa Muchiriguri Kashini.
Zimbabwe cannot celebrate its sovereignty and independence without acknowledging the supreme sacrifice made by the heroic people of the Republic of Zambia.
Jonathan reporting for the ZANIS News in Gwangwa District, Lusaka Province.
Thank you, Jonathan. Proprietor of a magazine called Awananchi has donated an assortment of reusable sanitary products to 3 schools in Chikankata District. Awananchi founder Mpunga Simukwai says the donation is meant to help improve girls' hygiene in rural areas. Here are the details.
Lack of access to proper sanitary products among the girl child, especially in rural areas, has contributed to low school attendance, thereby affecting the academic performance. In some instances, it has resulted in the girl child dropping out of school. In a bid to address this challenge, Awananchi magazine, through its cooperating partners, has donated an assortment of usable sanitary products to 3 schools in Chikankata District of Southern Province.
So we did come through to Chikankata a few months ago, and we were able to talk to different girls, different families who brought to the fore the challenges around period poverty. And that's why we decided as Awananchi, under our humanitarian arm, to say we will raise these funds with our partners to ensure that we make a difference in the life of the girl child.
The government is elated with the donation as it will go a long way in improving school attendance by the girl child.
Awananchi magazine have today demonstrated real support towards the plight of the girl child's education by providing sanitary materials.
Chikankata area member of parliament, who was represented at the event by Memory Hambizi, said the donation of sanitary products will help to uplift the self-esteem among the girl child.
I'd like to thank Awananchi for making this campaign possible as a contribution to the fight against period poverty, and that each and every one of you for being here today.
And First National Bank FNB head of retail, Mwamba Msambo, said the bank was pleased to partner with Awananchi magazine in rendering support of improving the welfare of the girl child.
In partnership with Awananchi, they will be contributing and giving over 1,000 sanitary wear to the girls. For us, that is how we impact our communities.
For the beneficiaries of the sanitary material, it was all smiles.
I thank Awananchi for this gift, and I just want to thank you for
For ZANIS, I'm Lakson Makodza.
Lastly, Chief Kabinga of the Bisa people of Kanchibia district is appealing to government to increase the number of bags allocated to the Farmer Import Support Program, FISIP. The traditional leader says a lot of farmers did not benefit in his chiefdom, but he is however impressed with the quality of fertilizer and timely distribution by United Capital Fertilizer Company.
He has appealed to government to increase the allocated bags of fertilizer to farmers under the Farmer Import Support Program. Chief Kabinga of Kanchibia district in Muchinga province has, however, applauded United Capital Fertilizer Zambia Limited for the timely distribution of fertilizer to his chiefdom, and that a bumper harvest is expected.
If they maintain the same number of beneficiaries and the same number of bags, we go back to the same situation of 2022 to 2023. If we are going to maintain the same number of beneficiaries, let's also think of increasing the number of bags. Using this fertilizer, the capital fertilizer, for the first time. And from what you are seeing now, I don't expect any loss.
And United Capital Fertilizer Zambia Limited Regional Manager, Captain Chewe Mlenga, has assured farmers that there will be no delays in fertilizer distribution.
I'm happy to report that I've been going around the fields, and the response that I've been receiving from the farmers is quite encouraging. So come the time of distribution, we will not have any problems at all. And the best I can do is to assure the farmers that the quality of the fertilizer will be maintained. So the same experience that they've had this season will be the same experience that they're going to have next season.
So ngati bapitiriza kupasa fertilizer ameneyi nona kuti balimi bangakhale bwino.
Peggy Gutinyu for ZANIS in Kanchibia, Muchinga province.
We end the news just there, but before we go, a reminder of the top stories. Smart Zambia commissions government network connection at Kabwe Central Hospital. Please celebrate their day. Government commences procurement of 156 Toyota Land Cruisers for constituencies. And coming up ahead, Kavala Manja Kakaro commemorated. Thank you so much for watching. On behalf of the entire production team, my name is Amos Zulu. Bye-bye.